To our first ever Jim's Dog Wash Q&A event. Welcome to the crew. Thank you. So, just quickly, my name's Rachel. I'm a regional franchisor with Jim's Dog Wash for the last 2 years, and I've been in Jim's now for 13 years, also part of the cleaning group, so it's pretty cool. Like Jim's, I think I might stay here for a while. So, also just want to quickly introduce our 3 franchisees that have kindly given up their time to be here this evening. We've got Ange.
Hi.
Angela's franchisee from Moorabbin.
Yes.
In Victoria here. And we have Carly. And Carly is from Wanturna.
Yep.
Wanturna. And we have Harley, also from Hawthorn.
Yep.
So plenty of experience here. Some newbies and some oldies, so we'll go through a few list of questions and that for these guys a little bit later. So just a little bit about Jim's Dog Wash. Jim's Dog Wash has actually been around for 25 years in the Jim's group, which is pretty impressive. One of the very first franchises to actually join the Jim's group. So a long proud history. And we currently have 127 franchisees in our network, which is pretty impressive. As far as Jim's goes, we are actually the fastest growing franchise in the whole of Jim's group at the moment, which is amazing. We can clap for that. So I know 2 years ago we had 65 franchisees, and now we have 127. So it's massive growth in 2 years, and everyone wants to know the secret. We're not telling. So the division is now owned by our very own Sharon Connell. She's the divisional franchisor of Jim's Dog Wash. And Shaz used to be a regional franchisor in the cleaning group, made some pretty impressive sales and grew that division. And now she's the divisional for Dog Wash, so which definitely explains the growth in the first 2 years of her taking over. So very commended. Well done, Shaz. Woo! She's a little bit famous in the Jim's group. Pretty sure you'll find a little bit of her story on the Jim's group official YouTube, where she talks about her journey. So log on and have a look at that at some stage. So going to go to the panel. The panel, the guys. Okay. Might start with you, Angela, I think. And so I actually looked up a few of your stats.
Oh, did you?
Today.
Yes.
And we've got 5 years, or 5.5 years?
5.5 years.
5.5 years with Jim's group. So well done. That's impressive. So I actually want to ask you, what made you get into Jim's in the first place 5 years ago? What was the moment?
Okay. I actually wanted to get my dog groomed. That's how it all started. And so I rang 3 local salons. And this was probably September, October. And none of them would groom him. They said, we're not taking on new clients.
This is Dougie.
This is Dougie. Dougie the Wonder Dog.
Dougie the Wonder Dog.
And
dog.
I thought, well, that's really unusual for businesses not to take on new clientele. Anyway, so it was suggested to me that, because I was looking to start up my own business, but I wasn't 100% sure of what to do. So my husband said to me, well, why don't you look into dog grooming? And so that's what I did, and I haven't looked back. So Jim's was basically the first place that I looked at.
Okay. Did you look anywhere else at the time?
I did a little bit of the homework, and because, Jim's was such a well-known name and trusted name, I guess.
Yeah,
So I just started my training by December, I think, or November, December, I started my training, and I haven't looked back.
Okay, because being a franchisor, part of our role is to meet with inquiries to get them to buy a franchise.
Yes.
So, and one of the we do actually encourage people who look to go and look elsewhere to do their due diligence and do shop around and just make sure that they get into gyms for the right reasons. So
I didn't do that. I did. I remember looking up.
Well, you liked what you saw the first time, and obviously felt right. So,
and I did do the homework in the sense that I looked at all the mobile groomers in my area, and there really was no competition then. And
well, that's a win.
And still to this day, I don't have a lot of competition.
Yeah. It's a pretty good problem to have.
It is I'm lucky. It is a very good problem to have.
Yeah.
So
maybe, so you're 5 years in now. Maybe give us a little bit of an insight into maybe what your first 3 to 6 months was when you first started. What was maybe some challenges and...
Oh, it was incredibly difficult because you're trying to establish a whole new clientele. So you put yourself on leads, and of course you can't afford to knock any of them back. So you just take whatever dog comes your way within, a 15-kilometre radius. I was quite upfront at the time with my franchisor about not wanting to travel too far.
Okay.
And I said I do not want to be in what's called all areas, because that would mean that I would lose, half an hour driving east and then half an hour west. And I thought, if I'm going to spend all my day traveling, well, what's the point? So from the word go, I made my area within sort of a 10-kilometre radius.
Okay.
And even so, it was really tricky. It was really challenging. I found a lot of the large dogs a bit problematic. Not the ones that behave, obviously, but the ones that weren't so cooperative with me. I would struggle with it, and I ended up with a lot of back problems. So I was spending way too much time at the physio, and he said to me, Angela, that might be a good idea for you to get rid of a few of the bigger dogs.
So that's the reason now that you actually made the choice, and because when you're with us, you run your own business, and you can actually choose whether you take on certain clients, which is pretty good. So and I noticed that on your pop-up box. So when you're a franchisee within gyms, the call center, you can have some particular notes that come through, and you can actually write, and you have don't do dogs over 20 kilos.
Yes.
So, for that very reason, to sort of look after yourself. So I might want to even touch on a little bit about, because we should have some people tuning in tonight that are actually looking to come on board and be a franchisee. So they've sort of seen us, thought about us, and they're really in that in-between stage of making an inquiry or catching up with a franchisor. So you mentioned when you started taking leads.
Yes.
So basically what a lead is a customer will call our call centre, or they'll jump online and they'll request a job. So then what happens after that, the ladies in the call centre, they'll take all the details and they'll send a text message to the franchisee, and that's called a lead. And then the franchisee then will call the customer and book in the job.
That's it.
It's pretty easy.
Yes.
And it's a very easy way to build up a brand new business, because the reason people do join gyms is because of our name. We have a call center, we've done websites, we have Facebook pages, we do all the hard work for you. So basically all it is you join us and you wait for your phone to go beep.
That's
then you book in jobs.
Yeah.
It's very simple, and that's and you're not the only one that's actually come on board with us because you couldn't get your own dog.
Oh, really?
Groomed. And I get plenty of inquiries. People go, look, I've got a 4-week wait until I can get my dog groomed. So I think, oh, hang on, there's a business opportunity here.
Yeah.
And I'm going to introduce Carly now. Hi, Carly.
Hi, Carly.
So interesting with Carly, and I just maybe want to just bring that up because I saw that today. You are fully booked until January. Am I right? It says on your pop-up box on our little system that you're fully booked till January.
Yeah. It's just a constant cycle of people
So
rebooking.
you've been with us for 4 years.
Yep.
4 years? I looked up your stats
Yeah,
today too.
yeah. To know more about me than I do, yeah. But no.
Because would I be right to assume that maybe you don't realise it's 4 years because you just love what you do?
No, I was actually thinking about it in the car on the way here, and I was going, is it 4? But I think by the time you add the training in, it's, it feels like a long time.
All right. Well, maybe give us a little bit of insight on what your day-to-day is like, and maybe your first experiences when you first started to then as to what it is now.
When I first started, on my first day, I had a friend's dog booked, and that took me close to 4 hours because it was my first dog groom, and that improves, and I've brought that down now. That dog takes around an hour, and then my phone beeped 14 times. I had 14 leads and 14
Wow.
people to call back within 2 hours. I was like, they came in one after the other, and it was an instant business. It wasn't. I didn't.
Yeah, which is unheard of, isn't it? It is.
But even in the
it is in
training
the
they
business
talk
world.
about-
It is unheard of. It's just like, okay, I'm going live, and it's just like bang, bang, bang. Oh, now I've got all these jobs. Now I've got income. Woo!
Yes.
It's literally the opposite to Pantene. It just happens overnight.
In the training, they tell you that you might have to do some work, and you might have to, go get out in the community and everything. But I had full intentions of doing that, but I just didn't have time.
Well, once again, a good problem to have.
It was, yeah. Yep.
A great problem to have. So I might just so we've got Robin Mansell. She's from Tasmania, one of our franchisors from Tasmania. She's logged on to join us. And Sharon Connell's also logged on to join us.
That's my husband.
Also, you can like us on Facebook. Give us a follow on Instagram. We're on Twitter. We're on all the social platforms. And you can also find us on Google. Our website is jimsdogwash.net.au. But if that's too complicated, just type Jim's Dog Wash on Google and you'll find us. So, also we have Harley.
Hello.
Welcome, Harley. So I looked up your stats today too, Harley. You've been end of this month, 2-year anniversary.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Interesting journey with Harley. I was actually at the very beginning of Harley's journey, so I know what.
I think I was your first franchisee.
I think you were too. Yeah.
Good times.
Good times. Plenty more good times to have
Absolutely.
too, which is cool. So maybe tell us a little bit about how that journey came about.
I was working full time and hated being told what to do. That was a big issue I had. And also had like a side business of dog training, and the two was of working full time. My dog training business was starting to collide. So I thought, well, why not? Like, let's see what else is out there. I really wanted to purchase an existing business that was like with an existing clientele, just to take a bit of that stress off at the start. So I got pretty lucky. Bought my business with, I think the first sort of 4 weeks, I walked into $2,000 every week for the first 4 weeks at least, which was pretty awesome, but it was tough work at the start for sure.
Yeah, you sort of hit the ground running. If you start a new franchise, you sort of start slowly and you build up your skills, and then time passes and you build. But yeah, you were thrown in the deep end.
And it was
sink or swim.
It was a different way of doing it. I probably wouldn't change it because I learned a lot really, really quickly. And yeah, like I had cash straight away, so that was always a good thing. We like cash. Yeah, and then it's been 2 years, and sort of now sort of catering myself and specialising to working with the angry dogs and dogs that don't like grooming more so. So yeah, really, really rewarding way of working, helping out poochers.
Awesome. Turn up to work and do what you love every day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I don't get to watch Zara anymore.
Yeah, well, Carly was actually my groomer. My groomer for Zara and my boy Buckley. I did well.
He got his own trailer.
My guys need a bit of love, and so yeah, if you want to go around, call
we
mum
should
and
do a
dad,
trade agreement.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Go mush buddy.
That's cool. So we've got we've also got Dave and Janelle tuned in from Jim's Dog Wash, Western New South Wales. Hey, Dave and Janelle. Actually, a bit of a question from David. I don't have any grooming experience. Does this matter?
No.
Absolutely not. So as part of our franchise recruitment process, I suppose, is we want to support new franchisees coming on board in business and also in grooming, because at the end of the day, grooming is a trade. So we actually invest in trainers to train our new franchisees in the field. There's a couple of different options. So you can either do a grooming course in a salon, or you can do some in-trailer training with a master groomer one-on-one. So 100% definitely no skills required, just a love of dogs and a willingness to learn and be coached. That's it. That's all you need. And then we also provide ongoing training as well. Guys, rage again. Sorry about that. A few technical difficulties, but nothing that Jake couldn't handle. So we're back. Now, we were saying, we were going through a couple of comments. So what do we have? We had Robin join. We had Dave and Janelle. We got Susie from Sydney that says hi. Hi, Susie. And Emma Jane. Have you worked out who Emma Jane is yet?
No, racked my brain. Sorry, Emma.
Emma, can you let him know? We'd love to know. Love to know. And we've got Belinda. She's also from Jim's Dog Wash in Northern Queensland, who's also a franchisor and a working franchisee as well, and is super busy like most of our franchisees. Actually interesting with all of our franchisees, nearly everyone is just flat out. So, which is really good, especially if you're looking to come on board with us. Because I think one of the fears of people who are looking to make that jump is that they're actually scared there's no work. Yeah. So were you guys a little bit scared there was no work when...
Yeah, for sure. That's why I went for the business. The clients were already available.
Yep.
Yeah, it made my life a little bit easier, I suppose.
Yeah. How about you, Carly?
There are a lot of trailers in my area, and I was concerned that, am I going to join and are they going to hate me because we're working right next door to each other? But there's so much work to go around, it actually works in your favour. There's you can network and
interesting stats we have actually when and another concern is people coming on board is that there's another gyms person, in the next suburb. But what we find is the more trailers that we have on the road, the busier we are.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Because our big red billboards, as we call them, they're just noticeable. So people see us and then they go home and go, I need to get my dog washed. And they instantly just call us because they see us. So it's a very interesting stat, and we actually have numbers to prove it, that the more trailers we have in an area, our leads just double. It's insane how it works. So definitely something that you shouldn't be worried about. Also some interesting facts on some of our leads that do come in. So what happens with our leads that actually come into the call centre and they get given to a franchisee, if we actually have a franchisee that's not taking work at the moment, so when the franchisee first starts, that they normally take a lot of leads. So you guys would have taken leads, but then you get to a certain point and you actually don't need new customers anymore. So those leads are actually still coming into our system, but we've actually got no one to give them to. So we've got no one to actually service the customers that are coming in. It's probably, and I'm sure Jim mentions it a lot on his Ask Jim. We talk about the need for franchisees. We're actually desperate for franchisees to join us.
Yes.
It's almost like we want to pay you to come on board. There's so much work. So if you're one of the people who are sort of sitting on the fence and just not quite sure yet to take that jump because you're scared, don't be scared that there's not enough work. There
plenty
is
of work.
Plenty of work. And I've actually got some numbers here to back it up. So for the month of September in Australia and New Zealand, we had 1,369 customers call our call centre and we couldn't help them, which is phenomenal. And that's for 1 month.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. Times that by 12 and that's
up.
That's a lot.
Yep.
I'm not good at maths, that's a lot. You don't need to be good at maths, no, that's a lot. So, for example, in Queensland, we had 144. New South Wales, we had 465 customers call us and we couldn't help them. In the ACT, we had 81. South Australia, we had 29. Poor old Tassie, we only had 7 there. But we've got some really busy franchisees down there, so doing an amazing job. In Victoria, we had 447 people call us and we couldn't help them. Wow. WA, 119, and New Zealand, 77. So these are proven numbers. So it's, it's exciting for new franchisees thinking about coming on board. So
it doesn't even include the ones that walk up to the trailer and ask for our card.
That's right. And that doesn't include, that's right. So, but aside from that as well, leads have come in that we were able to service, so those numbers as well. So this is purely unserviced leads, which is it's phenomenal really when you think of it. You times that by an average, $60, $70 job, like that's a lot of money that we're sort of turning away.
It is.
So interesting fun facts.
Yes.
So might go back to you, Harley.
Okay.
So Harley, part of our franchise system and part of actually Jim's group, we're very unique in a way that the only franchise group out there to do what we call split. Okay, so basically a split is something that a franchisee can do to sell off a part of their customer base and basically get a lump sum of money. So they basically sell a part of their business, but they're still able to keep a part of their business as well and build that back up. So maybe talk us a little bit about how that process came about for you. I knew you had, there was a little bit of resistance in the early days.
There was. And the big side of that was I fell in love with the dogs that I was working with. We're all dog people. If you're getting into this game, you got to love dogs. And it was kind of getting to the point where I was sort of stretched here, there and everywhere. I had clients, like on the Hawthorn franchise, I had clients in Richmond, then all the way back out to Narre Warren. So I thought, all right, well, thanks to Rachel, we had a bit of a business chat and sort of sat down and went, all right, well, what's the best way to move forward and boost my income and cut down some of my expenses? And that was selling off a split.
Yep.
And
it was interesting chat we had that day.
It was a really good chat.
It was a good chat because Harley was adamant that he just didn't want to lose his customers, and I said, well, if you love them that much, why don't you just go see him on the weekend? And that sounded really, it was like, oh, okay, all right, maybe I don't love them that much, but
you do, but it's
you love somebody.
You leave that open for other people, and it gave someone else a really good opportunity to walk in to clients that have already on a regular schedule. And for me, that took a lot of pressure off me starting out my business, and I know that for the person who brought my split, it took a lot of pressure off her walking into the business as well. Franchisees, I encourage them to do it as well, and it's a great thing. Like, everyone loves a little bit of lump sum money. It's always a good thing, and
the beauty is that you can do split after split after split if you want to, because there's literally that much work out there that you can sell off a split and you can just start all over again. And normally what happens with our franchisees, because they've already built their business you already know how to do it. So you build it back up a lot faster, and who doesn't love a little bit of lump money?
Absolutely.
To do whatever they want, pay off a house, I don't know, go on a holiday, buy a car, I don't know, go to the casino, put on black, I don't know, whatever you want to do.
I didn't do that.
Always bet on black.
Whatever you want to do. And that's the beauty of it. And that's the beauty of being in business for yourself. You get to make those decisions. Actually, talking about being in business for yourself, might go to you, Ange, now, because we've had some interesting conversations lately, is because you've been in 5 years.
Yes.
So you've made a decision to take a little bit of a lifestyle route, I would think.
I would call it that. Work-life balance.
Yeah, so talk me through about maybe how many days a week and how many hours you might sort of work. And
okay, so I do work five days a week, as in Monday to Friday. Monday to Thursday, I will work from, say, 7:45 till about 3 o'clock. And,
It's not bad hours.
well,
I'll be happy with that.
and that's non-stop. So I just go. However, this week has been a little bit busier than normal, and I've been coming home at 4:30, but that's also purely because I've decided to.
That's a pretty good day still.
It is,
As
I
far
know, but
as-
it is physical work, and but I decided a few months ago that I need to be home at lunchtime on Friday
I reckon that's a
to
great
give
decision
myself a 2.5-day weekend.
to make. Yep, that's perfect.
You know, so
Because you can.
and because I can, so I
Yep.
steer a lot of my regulars away from the Friday now.
Yep.
And it's worked every single week. It works. So like tomorrow, I'm probably home by about 11. You know, but it's because
Tough gig.
I've worked it out. I've wanted that for a long time, and you know. But when I first started out, I was doing 7-day a week, and but then I found after about a year, I'm like, oh, didn't really like the weekend work so much, Rach.
Yeah, well, that's fair call.
So I thought, okay, well, how am I going to work this out? And then people say, you know, you meet new clients, and they say, yeah, but I work full time in the city, and I said, well, I have a solution. You know, I said, as long as
Yep.
you can leave me access to your dog and a PowerPoint, that's all I need, and anything else
You just take care of.
is
all part of our
taken care
service.
of, you know, like, and I can send payment links to them, and so I have that with a couple of clients. I never see them,
Yep.
but that's fine.
And almost being able to work a business and finish at lunchtime on Friday,
It's good, isn't
but
it?
still have the income as someone who's in a corporate world who
Yeah.
may leave home at 6 a.m. in the morning and not get home till 6 p.m. at night. That's pretty cool,
It suits me really
Yeah.
well,
you know, because
and I love my hours.
yeah,
Yeah, I do.
yeah, and that's good. And I think that's some of the 100%. The early days are hard, and you've actually
Yes.
got to put in the hard yards at the start. But once you get to 3, 4, 5 years, you can actually just sit back and just enjoy the business for the reason that you actually got into it in the first place.
Yeah.
And that's for a lifestyle balance.
And I do. I love it. I love my job. I'm really happy. So
How about you, Carly? You've been similar sort of time? What sort of hours do you sort of work? How does Jim's dog wash fit into your life?
Well, previously I'd been in retail, so working every weekend was the way it was. So now I was quite happy just working Saturday mornings and having Monday mornings off because I
each to
really
your own.
don't like
You make your own
Mondays.
decisions
So
here.
yeah, a late start on Mondays is working well.
your treat.
And other than that, it's just around the kids. I don't have to skip kids' sporting events on the weekends or anything. I can always be there, and I really like going to work, but that is my favourite
able
time
to-
of the week is cheering the kids on.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's it is another one of the reasons why you get into your own business, so you can make your own choices. You don't have to ask permission to take time off to go and see your kids' sporting or school events. You just roster yourself off. You go, oh, sorry, I can't take jobs between that time and that time because you have more important things to go and do. So people, I think, maybe underestimate the power of running your own business. Like, definitely there's stresses there to it, but you know, the pros 100% outweigh the cons, sort of thing.
Yeah,
you know,
I agree.
if you want to be able to stop and, you know, grab a coffee, or you want to go and meet someone for lunch, you just schedule around it.
Well, yes, you could. I don't do that.
You know, but that's the beauty of it, though.
Yeah, but you can.
If you wanted to, you could. Like,
Yes.
But your thing is, you want to finish at 5, you know, at lunchtime on a Friday and then have a 2.5-day weekend.
A lot of my clients
You know?
look after me.
That's right.
They give
See?
me coffees.
there you go.
They're good ones.
Yeah.
I like those
Actually, interesting about Harley and how he works his business. I remember, like 12 months ago or so. See, Harley doesn't like to get out of bed too early.
No.
So
Sleeping
tell us a little
all the
bit
time.
about how you structure your day.
So my first job's usually at about 10 o'clock. That's I don't know. I just never like the
Day's
morning.
gone.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty much everyone tells me. No, like I like the mornings. I'm a night owl person, so like I spend a bit of time up at night. So I like to wake up early, so I still get my sleep in. But yeah, like it's just flexible. Kind of do what you want. And my weekends, I do my dog training business, so that like the flexibility of being able to do that, but the businesses sort of work together really well. Is it makes it easy, I suppose.
Yep. That's what we like. We
like easy.
Yeah, we sure do. So we've got a couple more people tuning in. We've got Catherine, who's our franchisee from Dingley Village. Hey, Catherine! We love Catherine. And it's her, what's she say here? Jim's Dog Wash for me is my dream job. I'm always happy to hang out with my fur babies. I work 6 days a week because I choose to. Choose what you work. It's the best flexibility. Thanks, Catherine. It is super cool. We've got Kate Foster. Any tips on how to select a group of clients to sell off in a split? That might be a good question for you, Harley. How do we select our clients in a split?
So generally, when I was looking at my area, I sort of had my region. My territory, which is Hawthorn. So I kind of went around the surrounding suburbs of Hawthorn and picked those ones out to try and consolidate my travel time a little bit more.
Yep.
At the time, I was living in One Turner and had kept a couple sort of along the way. So I might be starting at like 10 o'clock, 10 minutes away from home rather than starting at 10 o'clock, like half an hour away from home. So you got to be smart. You got to be smart about your scheduling.
You do have to be smart about your scheduling.
Yeah.
So we like to say we work smarter, not harder.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, which is pretty important. But yeah, the reason why most of our franchisees do a split is because they do want to reduce their travel time. They want to be able to pocket some money, which is always nice. So basically, after one split, you could almost pay off your initial investment of a Jim's Dog Wash franchise, which is unheard of, really, to get a return on your investment that quickly.
And it doesn't take long to build the clients up to get to that point either.
Yeah,
it's pretty quick.
Yeah. So we got who else we got here? Jim's Mobile Cafe, Ricky and Eric. Hey guys, great coffee there to Eric during the week. Thank you very much. And they would like to know if this is going to be a regular thing. Well, I hope so. Can't see why not.
If you guys bring us regular coffee during the day, yes.
Charge us up for the night. It'd be pretty good. So, a couple more questions. Maybe for you, Carly. So, part of when you first start, you get an array of clients, don't you?
Yep.
When you first start. And sometimes we do get aggressive dogs, unfortunately. And tell us a little bit how you handle that.
There's actually, maybe I was lucky, I didn't get a lot of aggressive dogs. Even sometimes they'd tell me they were snappy, but I just found being kind and gentle and, I don't know, trying to tune into what the dog was telling me and its sensitive areas and working with it. And then now, if I get ones that I just can't fix, I actually call Harley. And he puts his dog
Harley
training to work and works with them.
Yeah. And so Harley likes the challenge of...
I like the body ones.
The challenging dogs. So
it's good to be able to have a network of people to help you out there.
And look, sometimes it's just that if we have like clientele, the dogs, they're our clients really at the end of the day. If they are, sometimes we just can't help them and we just have to sort of move them on, I suppose, because we are running our business and we do have a choice. So we don't actually have to take every single client. And sometimes some dogs actually, they might need to go to a vet or something like that because they haven't been trained from when they're probably puppies.
Or just an extra pair of hands that's experienced. Hence, I sometimes will recommend a salon for difficult dogs because they have more people working there. Yeah. And it's not that this particular dog that I can't groom it. It's just... You just need an extra pair of hands to distract the dog, either,
somebody tickling the ears while you're just
something.
Their bottom.
Yeah. So sometimes it is in the best interest of the dog that they go to a salon, I think.
Yeah.
But some, I know that there's a few franchisee that double up in a trailer.
Yep. Yeah, there is.
They partner up in a trailer.
We do.
So.
We've had in our past, we've had a mother and son. We've had husbands and wives. We have just friends who want to be business partners. It's just there's really no limit to what you want to do. It's just it's interesting actually. So I might talk a little bit about the process of when someone actually makes an inquiry with gyms and how we sort of, I guess, take them through the bit of the franchisee journey, I suppose. So, and if there's anyone out there watching and you're sitting on the fence and you haven't actually made a decision to contact us yet, please do. You've got literally nothing to lose. Other than that, you just find out if we're actually right for you. So you can call our call centre on 131 546. You can jump online on our website and you can make an inquiry through there. You can contact us through Facebook, carrier pigeon. No, that was a joke. But where there is a will, there's a way, and you can find us. So if you are sitting on the fence, do give us a shout out. Because our franchisors, so how our gyms network actually works is we have a division, which is Gyms Dog Wash is our division, and there's normally an owner investor in that division, and ours is Sharon, which we're pretty pumped to have her as our leader, which is pretty cool. One of the most probably driven people that I know, and that's why Gyms Dog Wash is where we are today, is all because of her leadership, which is actually, it's inspiring and it's comforting to new people coming through to know that you've got someone sort of to support you. Because I think we're very proud of our support that we do give our franchisees. We're always contactable. So if you're on the fence, give us a shout out. So what would happen then is you will get our franchisor will give you a call. Pretty well straight away as soon as that message sort of comes through, and they will basically just have a very quick chat with you and organise to have a catch up. So we like coffee. We like to catch up for a coffee, sneaky coffee for 20 minutes, half an hour, and which is literally a very small investment in someone's time to actually see if a business is right for you. So we normally do that, and then we just have a very quick chat on how our system works and what they could expect. And then we would also offer a trial day for most franchisees. I know you guys know this because we get you to take them out on trial day. So I think all three of you have had experience on taking people out on the road. And maybe Harley, tell us a little bit about what maybe some of the questions people ask or when they're on the trial day.
It's a tough one. It was a while ago. On a trial, I went with Carly. So
okay, I did not know that.
Yeah,
I should have known that.
We actually watched a bulldog that day.
We watched two bulldogs.
It was two bulldogs.
One of which has gone to bulldog heaven.
Oh, poor fella. I suppose it's asking. Probably the most common questions that I get asked is, what do you do when there is a naughty dog? And I think we kind of covered that already. Other than that, like, how do you get work? I've always found, whether it's like serendipity, but it seems that whenever I have someone out on a trial day, I always have someone walk up to the trailer and be like, oh, hey, can I grab your card? My dog needs a wash. Yeah, I guess like the general runnings of the business and like how you sort of structure your day, how you find being a part of gyms, and what does your franchisor do, and all those sort of
hopefully all the good things.
Questions. Yeah.
Because Carly, you take a few people out on a trial day as well.
Yes, and actually I remember when I was starting, one of my biggest worries was towing a trailer because they look really big and scary to drive, and I'd never really reverse parked a car, and I probably still can't reverse park a car, but I can drive a trailer, no worries. I've stopped and helped 55-year-old men on the boat ramp before. Don't worry, boys, I got it.
And you've gone, oh yeah.
Yep. And they're like, oh, thank you so much. I was looking like,
But that's actually an interesting point.
that is
because
something that I think that must turn so many people away.
Well, it would,
but it's just, I don't know, it just comes and it's not scary at all
it's
once
not,
you know
we
how.
actually do look after our new franchisees that come through, because part of the price of buying buying a franchise is actually doing a weekend trailer training course now.
Oh, you do that now?
We do that now because it is it's something that needs to be addressed, and it is a fear factor for new people coming through. It's like, I've never towed a trailer before. Doesn't matter. I've never groomed before. Doesn't matter. We will show you and we will take you through that. So our dog wash trailers are with the grey nomads and the caravans on the weekends, and we learn how to back trailers. So, shame that wasn't around when you were here. Not that it mattered. You self-taught yourself.
Yeah, and it did. It just came, and you just go slow, and you can't stuff it up.
Yeah.
My neighbour taught me.
Okay. So they're actually quite easy to back now.
Well, it is.
Yeah.
Well, they're
Single
because they're.
axle. So it makes it really easy.
I was going to say that.
Yeah, sorry.
I know single axle. All I know is you just go I don't back trailers anyway. So you go the opposite way. Is that right?
Yeah.
Lucky they teach you in trailer training. That's what I got to say. Yeah. Anyway, we got a little bit off track. So we're talking about trial days. So then when you're a new franchisor looking at coming on board, basically that will decide. If you're 50-50 thinking, I don't know if it's for me or if it's not for me, if you go on a trial day, you'll either love it or you'll go, you know what, it's maybe not for me at this time. And it's literally no-brainer. And most people who go on a trial day, they absolutely love it. And they can't wait to sort of to come on board. So after that happens, you don't even need to go for a whole day. You can even just go for half a day. And as long as you just get a bit of a taste about what a day-to-day is like, how our trailers work. We've probably got, the most sophisticated dog grooming trailers out there. They're amazing. Fully air-conditioned too. So if you're in the cold country or the hot country, they're fully, reverse cycle air-conditioned. So it's comfortable for groomer and dog. You don't have air conditioning, do you?
Mine doesn't have that.
It's an old school one.
It's all part of the new trailers.
All the new ones do. All the mod cons. We've got ramps and hot water and all the cool stuff.
Well, you need hot water.
Yep, 100% need hot water. So once we sort of do the trial day, what happens then is, the franchisor will contact the new franchisee looking to come in, and then we just have a little bit of a chat about sort of what's next. And sometimes it could be financing. So, and lucky, our dog wash people, we have some people that really actually look after us. So I have a couple of brokers out there who might, who will help you get on board. So once that's all done and approved, we book you in to come to our generic training, which goes for 4 days here at Rulbark at Jim's head office. You stay on site, put on 5 kilos because you eat a lot of food. Good food. But the training is invaluable, and most of our people who come through our training really just leave and go, wow, that was not what I expected. That was just more than what I expected, because, at the end of the day, we want to arm you guys with the tools to build a successful business, because it's good for you and it's good for us. And then after that, we book you in for do your trailer training, you do your grooming training, and then basically you start. Day one, you're on the road and you start taking leads, and the world is your oyster, really, after all that.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting stuff. So, and it's a pretty easy journey once you sort of decide that this is what I want to do. You guys have been in a fair while now.
Yes.
It's exciting. It's good. Harley's been 2 years.
Yeah.
Yep.
I suppose it's like I knew Carly obviously prior coming into gyms, but it was good at the start to have that person to call up, and we all kind of know each other anyway. We all talk to each other. So no one's got, if you're new in your start, you've always got people there to talk to, even if it's not like your franchisor. If it is your franchisor as well, like they're always happy to talk. So it's a good community.
Yeah, we're very big on our networking. I think almost family orientated. We sort of want
It
to look.
is.
We want to look out for each other, and sometimes, sometimes you just need to pick up the phone, and then we have, as part of our franchising, we have a forum on Facebook, so we have our closed group, so we network there.
Yeah.
A lot of questions.
It's
especially
really good that with
it's super good, especially for new people who just really don't know. They just jump on and they ask a question, and we literally have 120 people just trying to help them.
And just
'cause
when new
everyone's been
products
there.
come on the market and things like that, and or someone will just find a random brush somewhere and they say, you need one of these, and but it's true, isn't it? And like shampoos and things like that. I love doing
and
that.
even
love bouncing ideas.
the wet clipping.
Yeah,
Yes,
That
that's
was-
one of my favourites.
Yeah. So I think all of that sort of came out because it was someone mentioned something on our Facebook group page,
Yes.
and then it literally, how much time does it save?
A lot.
A lot. So by us saving time, our profits
Increase.
That's
increase.
It.
So
Yep.
Smarter, not harder.
that's right.
Work smart.
Work smarter, not harder. So, and it's all these little things by networking as a group that we just hints and tips, and that's why people buy into a franchise, because it's just those little things. And we offer a yearly conference,
Yes.
which is pretty cool. We had a good one this year. We've already got wheels in motion for next year's one, which will be at the Gold Coast. So that'll be a bit of fun,
Yes.
It's
going to be in winter here though, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
So it's
That's
happy
awesome.
days. So it'll be warm, nice and warm. So, and we've already got plenty of master groomers coming and trade shows. So we've already got, and people are asking to come and see us because we're so valuable. So, 100% come along to that. We offer, what else? We offer regular meetings with our little regions. So part of gyms as well. So we have a divisional, then we have what we call regions. So we have someone who owns a region. They're called a franchisor. And it's a franchisor's responsibility to bring new people on board. As also we support our existing franchisees. So, we give you guys a call. You call us if there's something wrong, and we sort of network together, and we just catch up. And it was good to see you guys here tonight. It's a good bit of a catch up. It's exciting.
Good to be here.
So, all these little things that just, make a massive difference. And you guys all talk in between yourselves, like, as well, call each other and can you do this dog, can you do that dog, that sort of thing. Does that happen much, or just?
Oh, particularly if people ring up and say, I have a friend that has a dog in Wanturna, so I'll go click, click, click. Oh, Carly's there, and that's what happened to me yesterday with Gareth. He rang me because his friend's friend had dogs in Moorabbin, and so we just ring each other up and.
Yeah, so we look after each other.
So that's
good. And if someone has a problem with a dryer or a trailer or something like that, there's always someone willing to sort of lend a hand. So it's one of the positive things about being within the Jim's Dog Wash division. So it's pretty cool. So let's see if we have any new comments. I actually haven't had a look for a bit. We've just got chitty chat. Okay. Who else have we got on here? Oh, we got Susie, Dave. I've had a few people log off with our technical difficulty. We've got Isaac. We've got Jamie. We've got Jake. That'd be Jake. Is there any Jim's merch? There is Jim's merch. Okay. You can jump on the we've got product. We've got hats, and you can jump on the Jim's group page where you can get t-shirts and hats and all sorts of cool stuff. We do have a couple of hats and a couple of bandanas to sort of give away for some questions as well tonight, which would be pretty cool. All the dogs look a bit jazzy in their little bandanas. Actually, a lot of our franchisees might sort of dress up the dogs in little bow ties and ties and stuff like that. Do you guys do that?
Sometimes.
I know Catherine does from Dingley Village. She loves it. So she's very active on the Instagram. So
She does.
yeah, it's
She makes us laugh.
she does. It's pretty cool. So you can still follow us on Instagram. We're how many followers? We've got heaps of followers on Instagram. Who doesn't want to follow a dog?
That's right.
Heaps of very cute pictures of dogs. So, actually, might just jump to you, Ange, and maybe what's your favourite? I might actually ask all of you guys. What's your favourite thing about being with gyms? What excites you about getting up?
It's interesting, Rachel, that you asked me, because a lot of my clients, they say to me, well, Angela, you're so established now, why don't you go out on your own? And I always say the same thing. It is because I like the network. I like the fact that there's always support around. If something goes wrong, like you were saying before, with the dryer or the trailer, all I need to do is make a phone call
You've
and
actually
it'll
had
be fixed.
a couple of dryer and trailer issues. And
Yes,
stuff in the past.
and that's just part of the parcel. I mean, things go wrong every now and then, but they always get fixed really quickly. So if I was on my own, well, no, I wouldn't even contemplate doing that. I just like the fact that I am part of this group, and
because we are fun.
and it's like it's like another family to me, and I could not. And I just
I love having you.
and I love, I do. I just love being part of it, and I would never go out on my own. I just wouldn't do it. So
We wouldn't want you.
I'll just stay here. I'll just stay.
I would miss you.
Stay until I'm too old to groom.
How about you, Carly? What's your most favourite thing about being in Jim's Dog Wash?
Angela's probably covered a lot, but also your customers know they're dealing with a big company, so you've got that credit straight away. Sort of, I don't know, they treat you like a professional. Yeah. But also, not only that, your suppliers and everything as well. I'm sure they go, oh, it's a girl from Jim's, we better look after them, otherwise she'll tell all the other gyms.
So you get a discount.
It's got there's value in the name.
Oh, 100% there's value in the name. And that's, you can't put a price on the name. I think it's 96% people recognise the Jim's brand, which is that's a lot of people.
That's a lot. That's a lot
of people. So
there might be some new Australians in that 4%. Everybody,
everyone knows.
That's it.
Jim.
Yeah.
Everyone knows Jim.
Everyone knows Jim's, and very common. What's Jim's going to do next?
Yeah.
So
does he still have the beard?
Is he real?
Yeah.
All these questions that come up. So you know what, and these people are talking about Jim's, not knowing that he's a real person.
I know.
That's the power of our brand. We don't need a person behind the brand. We just need the brand, and
that's it.
And that works for us. So it gets us clients. So which is great. Harley, what's your most favourite thing about Jim's Dog Wash?
Probably just I can choose what I want to do. I don't have to, ring the boss like you were saying before and be like, I'm going to call in sick today. Like, if you're sick, you're just sick. Like, you stay home.
It's interesting how many sick days you don't have anymore since you work for yourself, isn't it?
Genuinely. I haven't had a sick day for ages.
Can't afford to be sick.
That's it. The flexibility is definitely the best thing.
Yeah, that's right. You haven't.
I used to work with people and I was down for a week, a year, and now I work with dogs. I haven't even had the sniffles. You just can't catch a cough from them.
Touch wood.
Yeah, I know.
I've been saying it. I did notice straight away that, hang on a minute, I feel healthy.
It's like if you want a day off, you just take a day off. Yeah. You don't need to have a sick day. You just take a day off.
Take a day off.
All those things are all the advantages about working for yourself. So, all right. Well, I think we're almost done. And actually, in closing, we have actually a little gift for you guys this evening for coming on our show.
Excited!
Yes, what a gift.
Yay!
Okay, we have take one, pass it on.
Oh,
Right, thank you.
Take one, pass it on.
you knew I loved chocolates.
I reckon I took a wild guess.
Thank you.
Because we just love you guys. Carly, Angela,
Thank
Carly.
you.
Thank you.
No, see, this is the sort of love we show. We love you guys, and thank you so much for coming on and sharing your experience and your insight. We really do appreciate it, and we just love you.
Oh,
So thank you.
Thanks for having me.
No worries. So if you are interested in coming on board with gyms, please take the leap. Give us a call. You've got nothing to lose. So call us on 131546. You'll go through our amazing call centre, and they'll take your details. They'll get shipped on to your franchisor in the area. They'll give you a call and have a coffee. So what's 20, 30 minutes of your day to work out if you can, take that jump to work for yourself and just be like these guys are here. Or you can jump online as well through our website and contact us that way. And 100% please follow us on social media. Jump on YouTube as well, subscribe. And there's plenty of videos on there about our trailers. We've got testimonials from our franchisees. We've got a day in a life of what it's actually like. And so just make the call. You've got nothing to lose. So thank you, Harley, Carly, Angela, for joining us this evening. Our first ever Q&A. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.